There's something fascinating that happens when someone begins to remember what they never knew they forgot. Because somewhere inside, right now, there's a part of you already curious. How easy it becomes to absorb everything that you need to know without even trying. Just imagine a time, not long from now, or perhaps it's already happening, when you begin realizing you were becoming the kind of person who not only believes in their power, but embodies it effortlessly. Now, some people think transformation is hard, but what if it isn't? What if, just like flipping a switch, installing a new belief system was as natural as remembering your own name? Because you already know how to learn unconsciously, don't you? When you learned to walk, you didn't consciously analyze balance, physics, motion. You just did it. Fell, yes, but failure wasn't failure. It was just feedback, an adjustment, a refinement. And now you walk without thinking. That's how beliefs work. Beliefs are installed the way stories are told. Let me tell you one. There was once someone who thought they were powerless. They lived inside a cage, built not of bars but beliefs. Each thought, I'm not enough, I can't, I'm not ready yet. It was a bar, but one day they questioned a single thought, and in that moment a bar disappeared, then another, until one day they realized the door was never locked. They stood up, they stepped out into who they always were. And you too can remember what it's like to step back into your power. Because you've already lived moments of confidence. Times you've spoken clearly and others listened. Moments where you set a boundary and felt proud. When you took action without overthinking and it just worked. Those weren't accidents. That was you. That is you. That will always be you. So when I say, I'm in control of my life and choices, my worth and strength come from within, you might not just hear those words, you might begin feeling them now. And if you feel them, it's real, because your mind doesn't distinguish between imagined and remembered. What it rehearses, it reinforces. And if you're rehearsing power, if you're imagining boundaries, if you're practicing belief, if you're visualizing action, you're creating the neural code for your new operating system. Like any great operating system, it runs quietly in the background, guiding everything powerfully, unconsciously. Nested within that system, a purpose to live authentically, inspire others, a pattern, a growth mindset, positive surroundings, a structure, clear goals, strong allies, a capability, emotional intelligence, bold decisions. Every program running the system shares one thing, belief in you. And your unconscious mind, yes, the same mind that makes your heart beat, your lungs breathe, your cells renew, knows exactly what to do with this installation. Now imagine this. You're walking into a room, people turn. They don't know why, but they feel something shift. It's not arrogance, it's presence. You don't need to speak to dominate the room. You lead by being. People mirror energy, and yours calm, clear, grounded, magnetic. They respond not to what you say, but to how they feel around you. Certainty, confidence, safety, mystery, depth. And you listen with presence. They feel seen. When you speak, even simply, they lean in. Because your words, they're charged with intention, certainty, emotion, meaning. You don't chase power, you are the power. You don't seek approval, you radiate self-approval. And that internal approval, it rewrites everything. It says, I don't need permission. I act before I feel ready. Action creates clarity. I trust the process, and in the process, it's always working for you. Because challenges, they're just invitations to grow. Resistance, it's just a signal. Something meaningful lives here. Obsession becomes mastery, and happiness is here, now, found in this breath. Because this moment is enough, and you are enough. So let it in. Allow your unconscious to absorb and to generalize. Beliefs shape reality. Reality is a mirror. You respond, not react. The strongest frame wins. Emotions are energy. Process them, channel them. Growth is infinite. And now every story you hear confirms it. Every challenge you face reinforces it. Every success you taste celebrates it. Because the system is installed, the power is on. And you're already becoming exactly who you're always meant to be.